Hi, my name is Tommy Hayes, and I'm here to talk about this yoke. It's called a Bodhran. And the translation of Bodhran means deaf person, probably because it was used for marching in ceremonial occasions. Some people reckon it was used as a war drum. Who knows? I know definitely it was used for the ceremonial occasions. It's a frame drum, and it's one of the family of frame drums. You get them all over the world. The American Indians have them, the Egyptians, the Irish, they're in England, Morocco, Russia, everywhere. I have a couple here, I'll show them to you. Here's one. It's from Uzbekistan, which I think is north of Afghanistan. I'm not great in the old geography. And it's got rings inside to make a nice pleasant sound. It's got a very thin skin, so you can actually see through it. It's called a daira. It's a lovely drum. Down there. And this is Egyptian. It's called a duff. And there's a big gap here so you can put your hand into it. And one more, which is the originator of the snare drum. Because of course it's got snares, it's got little gut snares. It's got a really light skin, you can see through it. It's goat skin, most of them are goat skin. Great sound, I love the sound of that one, even though most studio engineers hate it, but oh well. I've got a bunch of Bodhrans, got a load of them here. Here's one that's made by Waltons of Dublin. Nice Bodhran. Perfect for starting on grand drum. And you can also get them in loads of different designs. This little one here, which has got designs on it. Or a bigger one, a man riding a horse. And they're all illustrations from the Book of Kells. They're grand. And there's a couple I play myself. This one is one of them. And it's got quite a few differences about it. It's a bit more expensive than your normal Bodhran for a couple of reasons. The main one, I suppose, being that it's tunable. The tuner here. So you can actually tune it up and down, get it to a certain pitch, and keep it that way. It's good, very good drum. Made in Scotland. A really nice tone. Now, there are two ways of playing the Bodhran. And I should say first that the one difference between the Bodhran and all the other frame drums I showed you is the fact that it's played obliquely. It's not played straight on, like I was showing, that way, or it's not hit directly with a stick, like so. It's actually played obliquely, so it's played, you go with the skin. It's like a carpenter talking about going with the grain of the wood, you know. And if you do that, it really resonates really well. So the first thing to do, if you're playing a Bodhran, is to sit properly. Get yourself nice and erect. Don't slouch too much or you end up with a pain in your neck. And we wouldn't want that, would we? And set it on your knee. Now, I'll roll up my sleeve for demonstration purposes here. Get the crook of your elbow here and tuck it into the side of the drum, like that. Okay? And also, tuck it nicely in against your body, not too tightly. Don't break any ribs. Okay? And then just rest your hand on it. There we go. Now, the old style of playing was to play with a stick or play with the hand and stand. So there was no sitting involved because it was a ceremonial drum. And the Bodhran player was usually at the head of the ceremony, especially on the day after Christmas Day, which is called St. Stephen's Day. And there's a procession of wren boys, and they're led by a Bodhran player. But with the advent of Irish music moving into the concert stage, and you have microphones and all that, it's much easier to sit because of your mic positions, and you can do a lot more sitting than you could standing. And the first time I ever saw a Bodhran player was, I saw a couple of brothers, and they used to stand, but they didn't just stand, they danced at the same time. They play and dance together. So you're holding it nice and steady. You get your hand like so, and you bend in your wrist. Good angle, like that. Okay? Here's your basic strike. Hit it down once, full hand. One more time. Now, hit it up. I'm really exaggerating this at the moment. Now, as well as trying the full hand, there's a style in County Clare, which is in the west of Ireland, where they use one finger. They use the knuckle on one finger. So let's try and do that and get that simple rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 with the open hand. So first finger, 4, open hand, 4. So let's try it. I should say that the open hand style is from County Roscommon in the northwest of Ireland. Okay, so there's nice, easy, simple rhythm. Let's do it one more time. We'll play it a small bit longer. Try playing along with me. I know it's hard and you won't be able to figure it out for a while, but we'll just do it nice and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm in the very lucky position that the good people who are doing this video have provided me with some musicians to play with. So, we're going to do that basic beat, and we're going to do it with a band. So, let's take it away. nice stuff, that. Yeah. Okay, when I was playing, I kind of got a small bit adventurous, and I put in a backbeat. You might have heard it. Maybe you didn't, but I did. Believe me, I did. Here we go. I'll show it to you. Basic tune. I'm doing 2 upbeats. 1, 2, 3, ah, ah. 1, 2, 3, ah, ah. 1, 2, 3, and up, up. 1, 2, 3, and up, up. 1, 3, and up, up. 1, 2, 3, and up, up. Okay? You can make it harder. It takes a pretty good wrist to be able to do it. You might have noticed that I have a very loose wrist. Well, I've been playing for 20 years, and kind of, after a while, it gets fairly loose. So all you got to do is keep playing for a while, and it'll start to loosen up. At first, your whole hand might start moving up and down when you're trying to play. But don't worry about it. Just try and keep getting that wrist going, and you'll be fine. Now, the one disadvantage with this style, and I don't know if it is really a disadvantage, because I love the sound that an open hand makes. It's got a really nice tone, is that you can't really do triplets very well. And I suppose technically they're not really triplets, but who cares? So what you have to do is, and I can't do this slowly, I have to do it up to speed. Basically, you're doubling the speed of what you're doing. So you're going, I can do it slowly. Good. I'm amazing myself here. It's daddy da daddy dum bum, daddy da daddy dum bum. Okay, so let's join all those together. Okay, so that's the basic hand style, the old traditional hand style. There's one other, which is, I don't think it's traditional, but it's very effective, and you can do a lot of things that you can't do with what we've just done. And what you do is you get the Bodhran, and you turn it around, place it on your knee and up against your chest. So you're using your belly as a resonator, really. And you bend in these 3 fingers here, like so. Try and get them out of the way, because what you're hitting with is the edge of this thumb and the knuckle of this small finger. Okay? I've only ever seen one other person play this, and a man called Fran Toma from West Cork. And so you're hitting with the thumb, downbeat, like so. And then the knuckle, just the point of the knuckle on the Ludine, small finger. Let's do this for a while. So 1, I'll do 1 and 2. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm actually going 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going just to 1, 2, 3. I just use the first one to get me into it. There. Let's do something else. Take your left hand. There. Take it away. Put it in again. So take it, leave it there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Not so hard, is it? Really? Now, one other thing you can do really well with this style is a triplet. And that is, so it would be going down stroke with the thumb, up stroke with the thumb, hit with the small finger, and follow through. Okay, let's do that up to speed so you can hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't expect you to do this, no. Don't worry about it. I'm just doing it so you can show it. Eventually you'll get it. Don't worry. And I'll do that basic tone control stuff I was doing with the flat hand, finger in the middle, and the open. It's not very complicated. So flat. Okay? Okay, that's it. Let's try that one in a couple of tunes with a band. Okay, well, that's the end of the hand styles. Let's move on to the stick. Now, there are different types of sticks as there are different types of players, and I've got a couple here. I'll just take out 3 of them. This, I wouldn't really recommend. It's a bit like an elephant's trunk, and it's a bit big and it's a bit heavy, and you're actually going to make too much noise with it. Now, this stick is the one I use myself. It's slightly different from your normal Bodhran stick. Number one, it's smaller, and the style is completely different. So we'll come to that later. It's quite complicated. And this is the stick that's used normally by most players, especially in the Kerry style. This one's a bit lighter and a bit longer than what you'd normally find. But that's an advantage. If you actually have a stick, and you're playing Bodhran, you have a stick that's maybe this long, think about getting an inch or two onto the length of it. It makes a huge difference to your playing. It really improves your playing. Right. Now, the first style we're going to show is from my part of the world, which is in West Limerick. And it's the same as we were doing earlier, where you bend the wrist and, hit down on the drum. But this time you're holding a stick. And you're holding it in these 3 fingers here. Like so. Okay? Right. Back to our tucked in drum. Very easy style. Well, reasonably easy. And it has the same disadvantage as the hand because of the triplets. You just basically, to get a triplet, you have to have a really fast wrist. And it's also very, very loud. As they say down in West Limerick, bait that thing until the goat cries. The very first Bodhran player I ever saw played in this style, and he actually danced as well. And they started having competitions for Bodhran in the early 1950s, and himself and his brother used to win it alternate years. And the year Mick would win it, Rory would threaten to kill himself. And the year Rory won it, Mick would threaten to kill himself. I mean, they never followed through, but it was the threat was always there. So, it's a nice old style. I like it, but nobody plays it anymore. No. Okay, that finishes that one. Now, the next one is the most commonly used of the Bodhran styles. I mean, everybody uses this style. It's the Kerry style. Though, oddly enough, it's only a couple of miles across the border from West Limerick, but the styles are completely different. And holding the stick is really important in this style. So, imagine you're writing a letter. So, you grab a pen like so, and you write your letter. So it's the thumb in between the two fingers. Right? You've got your pen in your hand. Now, bend in your wrist. Here we go again. Right, before we go any further, this is the bottom of the stick, and this is the top. And with this style, you lead with the bottom of the stick. Okay? Okay, let's try that with, you know the rhythm we were playing earlier? With the hand and with the backbeat involved in it, you know. Not very difficult. I mean, at this stage you should be able to play that, I hope. One more time. Play along with me. Let's do that again. Let's play that rhythm again, nice and slowly. But this time, watch the top of your stick. Okay? Watch it really carefully. I mean, carefully. See? It's following through. Well, it is a stick. It's not made of rubber. All right? So, now, if we translate that to what's happening on the drum, if you bend your wrist outwards slightly, so you're kind of bending the wrist in a small bit more. Right, let's do that again, but this time, just have a look at what happens to the top of the stick as you're playing. This is how you get triplets. So, let's watch it, right, nice and slowly. Now, if you bend your wrist a small bit more, just a tiny bit, it doesn't have to be much, you know. Centimetre, quarter of an inch, whatever language you're speaking. Let's do it slowly. So, downstroke, top of the stick, upstroke, follow through. Okay? Want to see it again? Downstroke, top of the stick, upstroke, follow through. That's how you get a triplet. Do you know I showed you earlier when we had the Bodhran in this position and I was doing that, getting the triplets that way? Well, this is the exact same way, but just sideways. I can't do this slow, so I'll have to speed it up for you to get the triplet, but here we go. Not very defined rolls, but this is not the style I play. I'm doing my best. Right, if you get that wrist bent a little bit more, you're actually going to be able to get it. Now, the thing about it is, as you're playing along with the earlier stuff, the rolls will actually start happening without you even realizing it. I know that's what happened to me the first time. I said, where in the name of God did that come out of, you know? And for a while, you'll just be playing triplets, 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 but after a while, you'll learn to control them. Later on, I'll show you some exercises that you can actually do to control your triplets. Sounds kind of weird, controlling your triplets. But anyway, that's what we'll do. So let's put all that together. We started off with, and then we did the roll. Let's put it all together with the lads in the band, and we'll play a couple of tunes and sit back and enjoy. And after a while, you might even be able to play along. So here we go. Lovely music. I'm going to do a little maneuver here. Excuse me. Right. Remember earlier at the very start when I was showing you how to hold the drum? And I said it was really important to have your left hand loose. Well, there's a reason for that. And it's to I suppose, change the tone of the drum. You're not actually changing pitch, but you're changing the actual tonal qualities you can get in the drum. Get them, kind of. And this style of playing was invented about 20 years ago. Before that, there was crossbars on the Bodhran, and the players just held the crossbars with their left hand and just played it open, which was fine, but there was no variation in it. And then Johnny McDonough, who played with the band Day Donnan at one stage and now plays various bands, kind of got into this using his left hand to get different tones on the drum. And we're going to do a little exercise here of 4 different hand positions on the Bodhran, and we'll do it quite a few times. So we'll start with this one, which is just your left hand completely flat on the top of the Bodhran, and the inside of the Bodhran on the top, and just hit it. Right. It's a very flat sound. Now, if you open it up, you get that big resonant sound. So now get the heel of your hand here and squeeze, and search around until you find the sound you want. Once you're playing a Bodhran for a while, you'll kind of get to know where the sounds come and where it resonates better and where it doesn't, So with this one, with the heel sound, it's about there. And then one more, just the edge of your hand, just this part here. So we've got 4 with palm, open, then heel, and edge. Okay? So that's our exercise for today. Right, let's have a go at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Playing the same rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open. Heel. And side. Flat. Open. Heel. Side. Flat. Open. Heel. And side. Okay. Want to do it again? Let's try one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. More time. Last one. that isn't too difficult. I mean, you know, it takes a bit of practice, and eventually you'll be able to do all sorts of things like. But that takes a bit of work. Don't worry about that. Just do those four basic notes again. Let's do it one more time, and then I'll turn back around, and you can see what's going on the other side. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Move around here. Finished with that one for the moment. Well, I'm finished, you're not. Practice. Right, I need to change drums. Put this one down and take up this battered old war horse here. I've had this Bodhran longer than I care to remember. But as you can see, it's got numerous holes and it's glued together. And I refuse to let anybody put a new skin in it. I'm going to play this thing until it falls apart, which doesn't look as if it's going to be very long. In the old style of playing, they played like 8 to 16 bars on the skin and then 8 bars on the rim, like so. Right. That style is not really used much anymore. It's, I don't know, old-fashioned maybe. It's too noisy anyway. That's the problem with a lot of the old styles. They're noisy, and I mean, they were fine for outside, but when you're in a small space and there's only 3 or 4 musicians, sometimes only 1 or 2, you have to try and keep your volume down and be sensitive to what's going on. So playing the old styles is a bit too noisy for that situation. We'll talk more about that later. But what developed from that was rim shots, which are stolen from like rock drumming techniques, where they hit the rim of the drum and they hit the skin at the same time. Well, this is slightly different, but it's still a rim shot. So in the Kerry style, which is what I'm showing, even though I was doing something different there earlier on, but I'll show you that later, you go from a hit on the skin, there's 1 down, so up, down on the skin, up, down on the rim. So you move the drum out, which is where it's important. You're used to gripping it, so you're pushing it down against your knee. And you're going. Okay, and you play 1 on the skin and then 2 on the drum. So you're going on the rim, I mean. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So there we're only using 1 single beat on the rim. But what you can do is you can play downstroke and upstroke, and then on the rim also. Not very complicated, but very effective. And where it's really effective is, the thing about Irish music, and I should digress here slightly, is when you're playing Bodhran, I mean, it sounds okay, you're playing a rhythm instrument, a percussion instrument, but you also need to know the music really well. There's a really old tradition in Irish music is where the Bodhran player follows the tune. And I can only liken that to where in the Indian tabla tradition, where the tabla player is actually doing his best to play the melody of the tune. And this also happens in Bodhran tradition. How they're connected, I don't know, but they're the only 2 cultures that I know of that actually do that. And the thing about Irish music is when you switch from one tune to another, you often switch keys, where it will go from G to D, D to G, or sometimes up to A. They're the usual keys, so you don't have to worry too much about tuning the Bodhran for those keys. But it'd be nice, you can switch them from one key to the other. But what's really nice and really effective is when you're playing one tune and it switches into another, is to have your rim shot, because it punches the change, That sudden change with the rim shot really punches the tune up. And I think the best thing we can do is to actually show that. So let's have a few tunes and we'll switch from one to the other with a key change and a rim shot. Okay? See what I mean? Really effective. Well, you thought it was hard up to this, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Let's put this stick away. And let's pick up this little one. And this is the one I use for my style. And this is fun. There's a couple of differences in it. It's got a lot of advantages. It's got some disadvantages, but it's got a lot of advantages. So first off, I'll show you how to hold the stick. Very different from the other ones. Start off with it inside, put down this drum and hold my hand. It might be easier. Right inside the joint of this first finger at a slight angle. Right? Then you put the thumb on it. There. Now, this finger back here is what I call my engine. And if I move this finger out, like so, you'll notice the thumb and the first finger open up, leaving a gap. And then I flick back this as if I was flicking my fingers, like so. The thumb and the finger close. So that's the basic motion. This finger out, open the two fingers, click back, and they close. So there's your there's your top beat, and there's your bottom beat. The difference in this one is, as opposed to the carry one, where with the carry one, you lead with the bottom of the stick. On this one, you lead with the top of the stick. Okay? Now, take up my Bodhran. We'll play just very basic with it. So, there's a slight angle. You also have to forget everything I told you about bending in your wrist. Totally irrelevant at this stage. Sorry about that, but it is. There's a very tiny wrist movement. It bends in, but it bends no more than a half a degree. For the bottom stroke, where the finger pushes it out at the bottom, it bends in. And then when it goes back with the thumb and finger closing, it goes out. And the angle is really important. This is the angle to where you're playing the drum. Where the top of it is quite close to the skin, the bottom of it is a little way, maybe a few inches out. I'll do this for a while. This is very difficult, especially if you've never, well, a lot of people have never seen it before. But I'm exaggerating it slightly. So, leading with the top, bottom and top. Here's a basic beat. Right, let's try that one with a tune. Just very simple and not too fast. Let's have a go. Now, how do you do a roll with that? Well, it's very similar to the ones we've done earlier. It's downbeat with the top of the stick, upbeat with the top of the stick, and then a beat with the bottom of the stick. And then, of course, you follow through it. Don't forget to follow through it because it makes the roll happen. Because it's not a roll. It's a roll. See? Okay, let's do it really slowly. Downbeat, top, upbeat, bottom beat, follow through. Lower. And eventually you should be able to do, yeah, see? So there. It'll take a while to get those. I mean, it's going to take a while to get this style. It's not easy. I guarantee you that. But it's very effective. And the one thing that's really effective about it is that it's really accurate. You can put a roll exactly where you want it. You can do other things like a flam, rim shots. You can do rim shots on the offbeats. You can do all sorts of stuff. I mean, we'll go through that. But with the rolls, let's do an exercise. Exercise time. So I'll do a roll. You do a roll. Okay? Let's try. And I'll do a lot of them. So diddly-dum, 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 diddly-dum. Okay? Got the idea? Let's do it. We'll do 16 of them. Diddly-dum. Okay? Want to do a few more? Let's do 4 more, just for the fun of it. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Diddly-dum, 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 diddly-dum. And that should keep you going for a while. Right. Earlier on, we were doing the backbeat on the other styles. So let's try it on this one. So, okay? So down twice, and then up, down. It's exactly the same, it's just with different style. Let's start it with a roll this time. So the roll's on 1. Diddly-dum, 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 diddly-dum. Okay, now I'm going to put all those together, the rolls, the backbeat, and the straight playing. I'll do it up to tempo. So you can try and follow along, or you can just watch. I'm sure you'll try and follow along eventually. Let's have a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I did a couple of different things there. I used my left hand a fair bit to tone it, and instead of doing the roll on one at one stage, I did it on two. But that's not anything huge. Right, the other thing about this style is the rim shots, even though I showed them to you on the Kerry style, on this style, they're quite different. Instead of playing the rim, as we did down here, we played up on top, right at the very top of the drum. Now we're going, come back here, you. That's one of the reasons why I have tape on this. I put a bit of gaffer on the stick and I scratch it, so I have a bit of a grip. Otherwise, it sometimes just pops out over the top of my hand and falls out. It pays to have a couple of sticks lying around near you, otherwise you get in trouble, especially in gigs. Anyway, here we go. So I'll play one on the skin and I'll play one on the rim. And then after every four, I'll play a roll once we get into it. So we'll just start with the basic. Now put in a roll. Okay. Now, as well as doing that, I'm going to go. So you turn your hand around like that. You hit one on the skin, bottom part of the stick here on the rim, top part of the stick here on the rim. I'll have to do it up to speed to show you the effectiveness of it. Roll. Not that easy to do slowly. You kind of tend to push yourself out of the way, but up to speed it's really effective. I'll do it up to speed one more time. Now, one other thing you can do, I know this is really hard, I know, but, just stick at it, you'll get it. Another thing you can do is do continuous rolls. Like that. As we were doing earlier, diddly-dum, diddly-dum, we'll just keep them going. Okay. Now, let's get a small bit more complicated. Let's do it. Instead of doing the rim shot on 2, let's do it on 3. Okay? So, instead of doing the roll on 1, we'll do the roll on 2. So we'll go 1 roll, 1 roll rim, 1 roll rim. So. There's there now. It's hard. I even find it hard to do 1 roll rim. I have to get up to speed and do it, and then switch while I'm playing. I'll do it normally. I'll do it 4 times normally. Then I'll switch it onto the 3. And you have to listen really carefully because it's very difficult. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Changing right now. Back to normal. Be very careful that you're playing with musicians who really know what they're doing when you're doing this, because I'm not knocking musicians. Ha, of course I am. A lot of some of them, I won't say a lot of them, but some of them don't have really good rhythm. And if you're with somebody who doesn't have good rhythm and you start doing this stuff, especially switching from 2s to 3s, you're really going to throw them off. You know, they're just going to go, what? And the whole thing will collapse. It's happened to me on a few occasions. So just be careful about it. Let's try it one more time. It's very difficult, I know. And I'll try to do it slower. So, roll. See, I left a gap there on the 1. That's what I haven't. So I'm going, I'll do the last one. Back. Okay, let's do it up to tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. Back. We could even do it faster, but nah, no need. Well, okay, why not? I'm showing off, sorry. One other thing you can do is, I talked earlier about the old style where you played over here. Right, you can kind of translate that slightly. You cannot do this with any other style. It's not. I don't think it's possible, because there's no way you can turn the drum around, get back in. But with this style, you can just flick over and up. It's a bit show-offy, but it's fun, especially at a gig. It's kind of like guitar players when they're playing and all of a sudden they switch over the top and back down again. It's the same thing. It's a bit silly, but it's nice. I know that was really hard, but stay at it and keep pushing at it, and it'll come. And the important thing about this style is to actually get the basic movement. It's probably the same as every other style. If you get the basic movement, the basic that I showed you earlier, all the other stuff will come. Something that might help you is I've brought out a CD and a cassette, this one here, and there's a lot of pieces on it, especially some jazz pieces, some traditional, all kind of, and probably all the stuff I do is on this, so it might help. Okay, now to go back to the rim shots, let's hear how effective that is in a link with a couple of tunes in the middle, because that's where you usually use it with the band. Let's go. So, right, now we've been concentrating on reels, which are in 4/4. Now let's go to their first cousins, which are hornpipes, which are in 2/4. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Typical hornpipe. Excuse my singing. Da-dee-dum, da-dee-dum, diddly-da-dee-dum. So. Now what I'm doing there is playing it like a slow reel, which is what most Bodhran players do. But there's another way of doing it, and it's really effective, is playing it like a dancer, like an Irish step dancer who beats it out with his feet. And what they often do is they do it in double time. So instead of doing the do it kind of like, so front, bottom, 1, 2, bottom, front. Okay, let's elaborate on that. I'm doing a roll, but I'm not following through. So I'm just doing the 3 beats of the roll. I'm not doing the last downbeat as a follow through. Get a bit more adventurous. I was trying to say adventurous there, but it's really hard to play and talk at the same time. One more time, and I get adventurous at the end again. And of course you can combine them. You can do the really slow, reel type way. And okay, that's basically hornpipes. There isn't much more to them. So maybe we should try playing those ones with a band. So here we go. Nice piece, that. Nice movement in hornpipes. Right. Another relation of the reel and the hornpipe is the polka. And a polka is very easy to play on a keyed instrument or on a stringed instrument, but on a percussion instrument, especially on the Bodhran, it's really difficult. Actually, it's not so hard playing with your hands, but playing with a double-ended stick is very difficult. A lot of Bodhran players don't even try them. But they're in 2/4, but they're in a very fast 2/4, which is the problem. So you're talking about that speed. So I like to play them starting with a rim shot, kind of going. Okay, and then doing. There's a very tiny backbeat. You hear that? So we combine the two. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. right? It's a combination of the rim shot and the small, just this, the short backbeat. There isn't like where we're doing earlier, we're doing like 3 of them. We just do like 1, maybe 2 sometimes. And they're great tunes, they're great fun, and they're really hard to play, and they really get you sweating. So have a go at them. Let's have a go at the guys. Great fun, those. They really are. Well worth having a go at. Right. A couple of things we need to talk about before we move on to jigs, which is moving into compound rhythm instead of simple rhythm. Nothing simple about that, was there? Is playing with your left hand. We were talking earlier about, damping with your left hand and changing the tone, but this is actually playing with your left hand, hitting the Bodhran with it. Just like so. You can do it really simply. Let's go back to the real rhythm for the moment. So 4/4. Not hard to do, but the only way you can do it is by keeping the Bodhran tucked in against your body with the elbow tucking it here, as we talked about earlier, our old friend, the elbow and the ribs. I find it really effective for Scottish music, for some odd reason, because there's a different rhythm feel in Scottish music, which doesn't exist in Irish music. Don't ask me why, but it's not there. Now, if you want to get complicated, you can. So you can do the left hand on an offbeat. So doing like... It's not difficult. It sounds good. Let's do it up to tempo. Okay. You can do one more thing. As well as doing that, you can do a rim shot at the same time as you're hitting the skin and using your left hand, syncopating it. So let's try. That's very hard to do. One of the reasons I've never gotten into playing kit drums is because of all the coordination involved. And this coordination is almost too much for me. Give it one more go. Woo! Okay. One more thing that I do fairly regularly is a flam, which is also stolen from rock drumming. And that's, there's 2 ways you can do it. The first one is by doing the inward hit with the inside finger at the same time as you're hitting up with the top of the stick. So you're hitting the bottom and the top almost at the same time. One more time. Try and do it slower. So the top actually hits first. Just barely. If you want to, you can practice it. I'm sure you know the old way of practicing it. And then translate it over to. No, there's another way you can do it, which is to do a downward hit at the top of the stick, and then do it with your left hand as well. Hit with your left hand. You're hitting first here and slightly behind with the left hand. Okay. Now, let's combine all those. Playing a couple of tunes. The flam, the rim shot, the left hand slap on the beat, and then the one out off the beat. One other thing I do sometimes when I'm playing the left hand, especially off the beat, is I get one of these wonderful inventions, the chicken egg. And if you do that, you can do it on the beat also. You go. Or off the beat. And you can tuck it in just nicely inside the bottom of your Bodhran. Right in there, and have it ready for when you're ready. Let's try that one with a tune.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Need a rest after that, wouldn't you? Okay, we've done all the simple rhythms in Irish music, the 4/4s and the 2/4s. Now it's time to do the compound rhythms, which are the jigs. And a jig is 6/8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it's so. You're talking about 2 downbeats. 1, 1, bottom beat, downbeat, bottom beat. So kind of a real slinky, lazy way of playing jigs. You know. Play along with me. Let's do some left hand damping. Also, I was doing there, as well as doing the down, down, I was doing just down, up, down, up, down, up. Now there's another way of playing jigs, which is a lot more direct and exciting for me anyway. And the motion is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And I'll combine the two of them and I'll do them up to tempo. So here's the first one. Now the other one. Let's do that again. Back to the first one. And you can hear the difference, I'm sure. And the motion all the time is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. If you're playing Kerry style, it's same thing, but with the bottom end of the stick. Okay, well that's a really nice, effective way of playing jigs, and when you combine the two, it's a nice combination, and it's fun. And there's a couple of other combinations in jigs. Where a jig is 6/8, there's a slip jig, which is 9/8. So you're having 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which is a jig. And the slip jig is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's quite similar, but it's got a different feel. And slip jigs are nice. They're kind of, you can do a lot of them, especially in a jazzy kind of way. And the other one then is a slide, which is from Kerry, which is in 12/8. So I'm not really going to do that much with them because they're all fairly similar. But the 12 is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you know. Okay, so there's your three basic complex rhythms in from jig, slip jig to slide. Let's do a combination of the three of them. Like we'll start with a jig, we'll go into a slip jig, and we'll go into a slide, and let's do it with the band. Okay, take it away. Now, jigs are great fun. You can have a really good time with jigs because you can do continuous rolls, you can do kind of staccato effects. You can actually switch into a 4 rhythm when you're actually playing a 6. Just make sure you always come back in the right place, otherwise you're going to have problems. But with that second way of playing jigs I showed you, the down, down, up, you can really do some interesting, complicated things. Like, we'll say we'll do it and take a 4 rhythm in it. I'm exaggerating. Don't take any notice. I tend to do that. But the only thing you've got to make sure of is that you resolve your roll. Make sure it comes back at the right spot. Otherwise, you're going to blow everything away. So. Or else you can do our old friend, the rolls with the follow-through. Right, they're fun. Another thing you can do is kind of a staccato effect. And just as I hit the rim there, we can do rim shots, logical follow-up. So I'm playing the old style now, the down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the 4, you hit the rim. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can embellish that. It's a hit up, just the bottom end hit. You can also do it on the carry style. Don't try it with the hand style. You'll run into problems. So our hands being one. Right. If you do it with the down, down, up style, the second style we showed you, you can't do it down there. You have to do it. Up here on top. It's the only place you can do it. You can't do it down here. I don't think it works because you've nowhere to hit it. Only do it on that way. Now, let's do a jig with the lads, using all those effects, the staccato. And the running into 4. There's a great tune called The Humours of Ballyloughlin, which there's a section in it, it's perfect for that run in 4. So that's what we'll do. Let's go for it. Right, that finishes with the Bodhran. Good luck. Hope you have fun. Right, pick up these leads here. These are 2 bones. And they're a nice sound. You can get them in bone, you can get them in slate. I've seen timber ones, but I like the bone ones. That looks easy, but it's not. It's really hard. It takes months and months of practice to figure this out. So let's start and show you how to hold them. So take one here between your first two fingers, not including your thumb, and get a grip on it here with this finger. Put the other one next door to it, like so. Now, you've got a finger grip on the bone here, and you've got a finger grip on the bone here, but this one also coming down and the thumb here. Get them comfortable. It's really important that they're comfortable. Now, this one is slightly looser than this one. This one's really tight. It's actually rigid. It's just fitting in here against the heel of your hand. It's really tight. And this one here is slightly, not much looser, just a little bit. And it's the motion of your whole arm, not just your wrist. You've got a whole arm motion. So you swing it around. If you can get that sound, you're doing really, really well. And I'm not trying to be show-offy by doing rolls, but it's actually easier to do rolls than to do just single continuous beats. That's much harder than doing. I'll do it really slowly and exaggerate the arm movement. It took me 6 months to get this far, practicing a lot. Another thing that's going to happen is your arm's going to get very sore here, because these muscles are going to start clenching up because of the way you're holding your arm and of this motion. Just, if that happens, just let them down, take a rest, and come back to them again. I'm playing a reel there, as you might have noticed. Jigs are harder. Jigs are really difficult on the bones. Bones are really hard. That's the only thing I can say is they're really difficult. The same sound as our down, down, up motion on the Bodhran. I also have them at an angle, because the fact that they're tucked in, so when my arm kind of straightens out, they look as if they're at a really strange angle. And it's even harder to do them the first way we played on the Bodhran, the down, down, up, down, up. There are a couple of different traditions in playing the bones. The American tradition is to play two-handed bones. I've actually got another set here. Just for demonstration purposes only. I'm not able to play two-handed. But it's that. So you can get staccato effects, all sorts of interesting things in two-handed bones, but it's not the Irish style. So I've never learned it. I should, I suppose. And my way of playing is actually to use three bones. Just to be contrary. I'm always contrary. I do everything kind of different. And the reason why I use three bones is that I like the sound. And it's no different than using two. You just slot another one in, put your finger on it, and it's a small bit looser again than the middle one. And then the first one's really tight. Do you hear the difference in sound? I'll demonstrate. And with three. Sounds a bit like Spanish castanets. And that's bones. I can't show you any more because that's the technique. There's no other techniques involved in the bones. It's just a question of practice, 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 practice. So let's try the bones with a couple of reels and see how they sound. So there are the bones. Now there's one other thing in the the armour of the traditional musician, the Irish traditional percussionist. And it's really funny actually playing percussion in traditional Irish music because a lot of musicians actively dislike percussion in Irish music. I can understand why. There's some people who play really badly and really loudly, especially loudly, and it disturbs people. There was a very famous piper who shall remain nameless one time, and when asked what was the best thing to play a bodhran with, he said, a penknife. So, enough said. But here's another hated instrument. It's the spoons. There are a couple of ways of holding the spoons. Well, there's one way and there's my way, as usual. Here I go again. But I'll show you the traditional way first, which is to hold them between, almost like the bones in reverse, really, in between these two fingers and then the thumb and the first finger. I'll open it up like so. And then just hit them off your knee. That's one sound. Put your left hand over the spoon, but don't move it. Keep it still. Okay, that's one way of holding them. Now, let's do my way. And I think it's better because the thing with playing spoons is they get very sweaty and they tend to fall out of your hand really easily. But this way you have a better grip. So take a spoon and shove it inside your thumb. Here, like that. Now bend your thumb, like so. And then get the other spoon and put it on the outside of your thumb. Get it a bit closer to the knuckle and get it comfortable. And then wrap 3 fingers around the bottom of the spoons. This one's free, the rest are just covering it. And once again, put the left hand still, for the moment, over the spoons. Always try and get them comfortable. Once they feel comfortable, you'll be able to play better. Don't choke them. Some people tend to just push them all the way down, and then it's really hard to play. Give them plenty of space, lots of room to move. Okay? Okay? That's not so difficult, is it? Right, let's make it more complicated. Let's play on 2 knees. So, put your hand in the middle, in between your 2 legs. Open them slightly. So, travel slightly with your left hand. You do knee, hand, knee, hand. So, left knee, hand, right knee, hand. You can vary that slightly by playing. You can hear, if you hit the inside of your thigh, you'll get a deeper tone than hitting the top of your leg. Now get fancy. All you're doing there is turning your hand. So you're hitting knee, front of your hand, knee, back of your hand, knee, front of your hand. All right? Now, when you're playing on stage, it's really odd. I've often noticed. I'm playing on stage and I'm doing really intricate little hand stuff. But then I play along and I do that and the whole place goes crazy. It's actually really simple. All you're doing is hitting your body. Very, very easy, but it looks great. Visuals, you know. But this is where the skill comes into spoon playing, is in the tight handwork. This, open up all your left hand fingers and then just run the spoons down it. Kind of open them up and get them kind of tensed out. Now continue that, and instead of coming, when you come off your knee, bend your thumb. So you're hitting the roll down, thumb, roll down, thumb. It's a continuous motion. Now you can elaborate on that by doing roll on the inside, roll on the outside. It's exactly the same thing. You're just turning your hand over. I'll go a bit slower, going a bit too fast here. Okay. Now I can do one more. You roll down here, you get them kind of close. Just on the outside of the knuckles. So you're going 3 of them. So let's combine those. Right, now there's one more. They're all basically different ways of getting little quirky rolls on the spoons. This one is, you use this finger, second finger on your left hand, and you flick it under the spoon as you're playing it. It's hard to do slow, it doesn't really work slow. That's right. I'll do up to speed. And there's another one which is exactly the same as what's down there. And instead of moving the spoons off your hand, you're moving your hand off the spoons. So you just open them out, move them to the left. Okay? Easy really, isn't it? No problem, simple. One more, it's difficult to do with a shirt on. Actually, you really need to be wearing a sweater or a pullover, where you can do a roll down your elbow. But you have to have something heavy with folds in it. Kind of do it on my bare arm. Ooh, it hurts. So you're hitting off the bone here, and you're hitting off the bone here. Who said being a percussionist was fun? Now you can do backbeats as well by playing off your left hand and kind of moving it up and down. So. So you're hitting down with your left hand. And one other thing with the backbeats is a triplet, just a plain triplet. It's all got to do with wrist speed, and it's practice. So da di da dum. You might notice also as I'm playing, I sometimes grab the spoons and make a quick adjustment into my right hand. That's really important because you start to sweat after a while, especially when it's hot. You just make a grab, quick adjustment, try to grab on a beat, adjust on a beat, and then come back playing. It's not easy to do, but you'll figure it out. So I'm exaggerating it there, but try not to lose the beat, kind of do it on a beat. And you're doing the adjustment with your left hand into your right hand, just to get them. Like that. It is hard. Now there's one more little thing, kind of a finicky, silly little thing in playing the spoons, but it looks good. And that is playing in here. Thumb to first finger. Very little space to play in, so it's kind of hard. And then you can move from finger to finger. Okay, so that's your basic spoons. Let's put them all together. We started off with different tone. Actually, there's one more different tone. It's in. You cup your left hand slightly, making a little resonator out of it. Hear it? You have to kind of close it on it a small bit. And then, there's one more thing you can do with the spoons, but watch your teeth or you'll be having dentures. And do that. Like this. It's a great effect in the studio, but don't do it too often. Okay, that's it. That's the spoons, and that's the video. I'm going to finish now with my favourite reel in the whole world. It's called The Moving Cloud. And Jerry O'Connor on banjo, and Steve Cooney on guitar are going to play along. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Keep practicing. It's great fun. And from me, Tommy Hayes, take care. Bye.
3, 4.
Thank you.